Hey viewers, so if you've seen some of our other videos from Peru, you know that we did a 2-day excursion to Machu Picchu. On day 1 of the excursion, we made several stops in the Sacred Valley before arriving in Ollantaytambo, where we boarded the train to Machu Picchu. Now you've probably found this video on YouTube while doing your own research of Machu Picchu or this 2-day excursion that you found when you were googling Machu Picchu trips. So we're going to help you by doing a walkthrough of what to expect in Ollantaytambo, where you can climb the ruins, tour the market, see the village, and spend about 2 hours. And our first tip is you need to bring your walking shoes, and our second tip is you should have plenty of water. So let's go check it out.
Make this climb up the stairs. The sun is directly in our eyes. It's probably around 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's really hard to see as we go up. But say we're about halfway there, maybe more than halfway.
About halfway up this, is this Sacred Valley?
Yep, Sacred Valley.
Yes, we're halfway up Sacred Valley, and I have to say I'm very tired. I think, like, compared to Mexico, it's a little more rigorous. I think it's because of the altitude sickness, really. Like, the altitude really has an effect on you. I'm kind of like out of breath.
We overheard from a guide that the Incas built these walls on a slant in preparation for earthquakes. We made it almost to the top, and this is the view. So this section is called Falcon Tata, but it says it is dangerous, so we'll see. We're about to go climb it.
Here you can see the stairs that we just climbed up.
It is a bit dark because of the shadows, but I think a good portion of that crowded stairway is lit up by the sun. You can kind of get a feel for what it's like. It is exhausting. A lot of times you need to stop on the trenches to just kind of almost take a break, pull over. Okay, let's continue up this balcony. This is what the stairs look like. I don't know if they're original Incan or if they've been updated since, but we'll see. Not much of protection here in terms of a barrier. It's very small, probably like 1.5 feet. So I guess that's why they call it a dangerous place. Alright. Sierra says that cactus from this angle looks like a llama. Tell us what you think in the comment section.
It definitely does. Look at it. Use your imagination.
I got to admit, this is pretty fascinating. Walking on the edge of the mountain. If I look up, you can see some of the mountain vegetation and the hilly cliffs. Here we go up close and personal with the mountain. But yeah, welcome to Peru. There's another shot of the village from the balcony. In the area we just climbed up.
Walking across, you'll see there's no barrier, so just be careful when you're on this path.
You don't want to fall to your death.
Don't want to fall to your death.
Looks like someone got a little creative with the rocks here and built a little, I'm going to call it a temple. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, let's do a recap, a retrospect where we are. We're up on the mountain. I don't know exactly how many feet up we are, but I'll find out. It's put in the video right here, so you know. But we climbed up from the bottom. You can see the bottom just below. It is dark, I apologize. We have a shadow. The mountain's actually blocking the sun. But just below where you see the rooftops, the beige rooftops, is where we were. And we climbed up to the top. And now we're circling around the balcony area. And we're gonna head down through those stairs right there. You can sort of see them where people are descending. And we'll climb down, and then we'll show you a video of the ruins down there, and then some of the village around here. So a slight detour. We were about to go down those stairs, but then we made the curve, and we saw that there's a gate straight ahead. So we're gonna walk this path and go check out what that gate is. Just gonna stress again, if you look at these stairs and this path, it is extremely dangerous. You are walking up very tight stairs carved into the mountain with no barrier. So if you make a wrong step, I'm sorry. That could be the last time you ever hear from you. But we made it! Here it is! Don't exactly know what this is. But we made it. There is a hut, village hut here. Maybe a lookout tower once upon a time. Some type of fortification. You know, this village was owned or given to a general in the Incan army. So you have to imagine that a lot of this village is, and pardon me, we are out of breath. Climbing this is rather difficult. But you have to imagine that a lot of this is military fortifications. Well, the steps to climb up here are dangerous to say the least. Let's see. I'm hoping that when we get inside there, it has spectacular views or special views of the mountain directly in front of us, but we'll find out in a couple seconds. Oh yes, it is closed off. But we can see from here, and GoPro will adjust in a second to the light, and there we go. It is pretty much the same view, but it is a fortification. I mean, it does give you a good angle of the entire village. Okay, back down. And here's a look at those dangerous steps that we're about to climb down here. Okay, so we made it down these steps all the way to the bottom here, and now we are level with this hut that I mentioned a few minutes ago. You can see the fortification that we tried to go to just now, and we couldn't, but now we're next to this hut. Let's see what there is to see. And I'm hoping that you're watching this video and it will inspire you to check out some of these places in your adventures in Peru or wherever it is you choose to go. Now what's interesting is this hut. Maybe once upon a time it had 2 levels, because those could be doors up there and that could be a top level, and maybe this was a floor. I'm guessing, I have no idea, but if I was building this I would definitely make this 2 floors. Maybe someone lived here, I don't know. I mean, you would have amazing views. I know the camera didn't adjust to the light just not very well, but there we go. And we're back outside. And now, how do we get out of here? So, we made it down the stairs. That was quite an adventure. Coming down, a little dangerous. So you gotta take your time. But now we are at the bottom, and we have a choice. We can go toward Inca Mehsana or Fuente Ceremonial. So this is Inca Mehsana, and it looks to me like some type of irrigation system. Looks like the water used to flow down here into this general area, maybe to this area here, and you can see over here we still have water flowing. So I'm gonna go with irrigation system, maybe bathhouse, possibly, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess. But whatever was here is no longer here. I'm not sure if you were able to catch what our guide was saying, but this area is 70% destroyed after the Spanish invaded the area. So not much is known. But maybe if I look at this structure here, I see some windows, so maybe some homes once upon a time, or a bathhouse, gardener house. Difficult to say, not quite sure. But this is Inca Mehsana. So I'm just gonna label this hole in the ground. I'm sure it has some archaeological significance. It's blocked off, but yeah. The view in there. Maybe bodies were found here. In case this is the last shot, here's a view of the structure that we climbed up, and you can see sort of in the middle of the screen, just below the mountains, a lot of Inca structures, maybe demolished buildings, homes. From what I understand, the wealthy would live here in this area, so maybe those are the homes of the wealthy. So we just stumbled across this area, I believe it's probably a temple.
Probably.
Yeah, probably a temple if I had to guess. I mean, you have this water flowing here and this amazing view. Maybe aligns with the sun. Who knows? So, you know, and there's these empty windows, or not windows, but holes in the wall. Maybe for idols.
Maybe. I
Right?
don't know. There's no like signage, so
Maybe
we're
they
kind
were-
of just speculating everything.
Yeah, I mean, speculation is probably all we have. Maybe giant idols over there. But yeah, interesting. Maybe it's one of those things. Maybe this could be the fountain of youth for all we know. Yep, and just outside the temple, there are more of these water fountains. I'm really curious where the water's coming from. Maybe that river we saw?
Perhaps.
So I just overheard a guide say that this is actually ceremonial fountain. So ceremonial fountain, which is probably those fountains over there, attached to the temple of water. So now we know. Now we know. And you can see the ruins, what's left of this village. Completely demolished. I'm assuming these were homes or some type of storage facilities. Or they could be remnants of the temple. Either or. Either or. And there's a bridge to cross. A stone bridge with water moving at a pretty steady flow going right past us. This must be the source of the Temple de Agua. Baño. So it looks like this was some type of bathing facility.
Perhaps.
I guess they would come here for baths. Again, I'm guessing. Don't know for sure. Look at that. Oh.
So they store there, or they take junior or dry potato and store this more. Or corn, or another like more product. Basically, they call it, in Spanish, one of the drums, they call it Urupa, the protector of this fortress. So this is just without coca leaf. With a coca leaf,
With enough coca leaf?
with a coca leaf, it looks like a whole man carrying the mountain for packing money. Because we're talking about Inca's philosophy.
Yeah.
A little bit crazy or too much coca leaf. But what a big surprise as well for the Spanish like you, when I'm telling you. When I was a student as well, anything.